Beloved masters, we come together to gather in the name of love, for love is all that matters. The essence of love is so profound, simple, yet intricate. It is the beginning and end of all. To express a connection of love to anyone allows your own energy field to be uplifted, expanded and revolutionized. In other words, the only way to evolve is through love. The only way to heal is through love. Love has so many facets in its complexity, yet it has the most beautiful expressions of divinity within every particle of its simplicity. Times are still challenging for many people on your world. I empathize very much with your plight. However, things should slowly start improving relatively soon, although there might be a few scary events before that. Today I would like to talk about connection. Having a connection with someone else means that you feel seen and understood by them. They feel emotionally safe. Having a connection can also mean that you can do fun activities with them, or that you can ask them for a conversation or a hug or for help if you are in distress. You are living in exciting times. So many of you are concerned about the state of the world, and yet from our eternal perspective, your world offers so many beautiful possibilities right now. You can connect with one another as never before. You can share information as never before. You can interact, witness, and experience more than ever before. The world has become your family and the entire earth your home. Ah, what a beautiful sight, to observe this planet from a distance as a collective. To see and experience and support the hibernation of one half and the exploration of the other. Whilst one half is hibernating to strengthen themselves, cocooning to shield away the cold, the other is blossoming, expressing. Full of vitality and life, dancing in the sun, enjoying the beautiful rays of its divinity. Ah, what a beautiful sight. On the essence of creation, beloved ones, understand you're part of it. Understand your yin and yang expression of it. Embrace it, work with it, walk with it, and love through it. My message today is very simple. It is not complicated, technical, or scientific. For beloved ones, wherever these words fall, here is a need of an upliftment of love. Let us not focus on the destruction, the dysfunction, and the disillusionment of the illusion of this world. Let us rather focus on the first and most magnificent tool ever given to humanity as part of their integrated substance. Their integrated makeup, and that is love, for you are that. Feeling connected to other people is absolutely critical for many people. Many people are not able to be fully psychologically healthy without it. In fact, humans are meant to be in constant telepathic and mind-reading contact with each other. We understand that most of you aren't able to do that yet, but this does illustrate that close connection is important. In previous generations, a child's grandparents might be living in the same house as them. Often children would have a community around them, not of an anonymous billion people, but of a relatively small number of people who they can get to know. Children also more often had both parents. One reason why so many people feel lost nowadays is that they often grew up with less connection in their life than their grandparents did. Part of this is due to your modern technology. Your internet opened up the gateways of connection for your entire world. Before this technology, most individuals grew up in relatively closed systems. They were influenced by friends, family, church, community, and maybe some carefully controlled news, but not much more. Now you can access ideas, inspiration, innovation, and just about anything you desire. You can make a recipe from a country you will never visit and encourage or assist a stranger you will never meet. More than ever before in human history, you are able to experience your connection with one another. Likewise, your emerging technologies will give you access to whole new ways to combine information and bring your creative ideas into form. We celebrate your expansion and exploration. Technology does not control you, for you are the creators. You are the ones who choose how you will use it. It is neither good nor bad. It is simply a tool that obeys vibrational law in the same fashion as the rest of the created universe. Love is what allows the essence of this communication to come through. Even though some may prefer to see my energy as male, it truly isn't. It isn't anything but flame core essence. I am not a man sitting on a cloud speaking through a loudspeaker connected through tiny wires into the mouth of this being. I am a being that filters pockets of expression into the soul chakra and higher chakras of this being that comes to rest as divine love, the expression of which reverberates through her lower chakras to take on a sound frequency, her voice. The preference of the name is a personal one for those that work with me. I have many different names and connect with people on many different levels, which is not important. But what is to understand what allows this communication. We expect and hope that in the future, human living will be more community-focused again. And we'll have fewer people living in a million-people city where no one really knows anyone else. Some people are already designing a new, more community-focused way of structuring society. There are a lot of people out there who are starved for connection. If you feel called, you can help a lot of people if you can work to address that. For example, you can create events where people can get to know each other in an emotionally safe way and perhaps do a fun activity together or just discuss a certain topic. You could also become a professional cuddler. Yes, that is a job that exists. But those things are like eating junk food when you have a nutrient deficiency. Use your technology with love and you will find love. Use it with fear and you will find the fearsome. Use it in anger and you'll connect with the angry. Nothing is outside of the laws of vibration. This is simply how your universe works. In truth, the world is no better or worse than it was in ancient times. You simply didn't have social media back then. You couldn't see what others didn't want you to see. Now you can. Now you witness the best and the worst of humanity. Now you can see things as they occur. However, what is revealed can be healed. And although some of the things you witness are horrific, the good news is that you collectively are doing something about them. You have taken those you will never meet into your hearts and prayers. Some of you have sent money or resources to your human family at one time or another in your life. Some of you have adopted children, signed petitions, or quietly sat in the comfort of your own home and focused all your love upon those less fortunate. Your connection is good. With greater exposure to the world, however, greater discernment is required. More than ever before, it is important for you to manage your vibration so you can trust your feelings. When you are in a high and loving vibration, what feels good to you is good, and what feels bad is not what you want to focus upon. All this would be futile and impossible without the blessing of the higher essence of this being who allows this divine communication to extend into the cosmos where it collectively connects to our energies. Through the sound frequency of silence, and each and every one of you has that gift. Beloved ones, I don't have an office in the left or right wing of our Creator's existence. I am everywhere. Call upon me and I'll be there. Call upon any of us, all of my brothers and sisters, and we will be there, for we gravitate towards you no matter the dimensions we vibrate on. Some of which are dimensions beyond your comprehension, dimensions of love and holiness. All that are manifested and in unmanifest form, which is of form and formless, vibrates according to the frequencies emitted by Source, by the Creator, by the Holy of Holies, for there is only one prime Creator whom gifts of itself, extended through other divinities, which eventually steps down into your monadic and the higher self as part of you and you of it. It is also important to be in connection with yourself. If parts of you really don't want you to do something, then if at all possible, please don't bulldoze those parts. Listen to them, because they're you and no one else is going to stand up for them. This helps you connect with yourself. That is important. Most people are in fact not connected to themselves. Many people are disconnected from their own inner pain and trauma, and from their own wounded parts. If people are not ready or unwilling to start their healing and integration process, they can sometimes be hostile to or cold towards or angry towards people who subconsciously remind them of their own inner pain. For example, if two people are in a relationship, and if one is actively working on resolving their childhood wounds, but the other person is at that time unwilling or unable to resolve their childhood wounds, then the second person will likely become cold or distant or hostile towards the person who is doing their inner work. This is especially important now because you cannot always trust what you see and hear. There have always been those who can tell a convincing lie or paint a false picture. With your social media, the internet, and new technologies, the capacity to falsify information is even grander than ever. Then again, so is the ability to share wonderful ideas and information, connect in new ways, and embrace the fact that you are a human family. So, dear ones, keep reaching for better thoughts and feelings because you can trust yourselves in the energy of a high vibration. Don't worry about who is telling the truth and who is not. Tell the truth to yourselves that you live in a loving and magnificent universe that is always guiding you toward what you wish to experience. You are not at the mercy of technology, systems, or other human beings. No matter how imposing they appear, you are only and always at the mercy of your own vibration. There may be some that are unable to walk such an intense spiritual path at present. A path of spirituality and science that intermingles, for that is what these teachings are about, cosmic truths. Some are unable to understand the cumulative essence of these teachings, for they succumb to the lower energies of fear and judgment, of blame and anger, all which for now prevents them from awakening to discover these higher truths. Like an invisible shield that covers their consciousness. That is why you as light workers are here, to help lift those shields, blowing air into those invisible bubbles. One breath at a time as warriors, dignitaries and welfare agents, for you care about the wellness of others as you care for the wellness of your planet. You were once within unconsciousness too, yet now you are here. The reason why I have shared this is to bring clarity, especially with the network of dysfunction created by many planting seeds of falseness. So, from the love aspect of the self, let's take the mystery out of channeling. I am a world teacher, not a master of futuristic expressions. I am a master of the mind, of the heart and energy. The only thing I teach about is upliftment and expansion, hence the magnificent meditation we have blessed you with. We are here to lift you from the pits of despair into the light, into the essence of your own power, beloved ones. Not my power. I don't have power. I do not control anything or anyone. I am unable to. And besides, my interests are cosmic, and yours for now should be earthy. Your interest should be you and not what is happening in your neighbor's house, not focusing on wanting to prove someone wrong. In fact, you don't even have to prove someone right. Your interest should lie within your heart. This is because the second person experiences subconscious pain or fear, because the first person is bringing up those painful or scary topics. Likely the second person will at some point break up with the first person, and the stated reason will be something completely different from the actual reason. Namely, that the work that the other person is doing is reminding them of their own pain. Most people will give lip service to the idea that healing your emotional wounds is valuable. But most people are not willing to actually do that, unless it can be done in, say, half an hour. Well, most emotional wounds cannot be fully healed in half an hour. Let's discuss another kind of disconnection. Most people are also disconnected from whatever political group they dislike. How does that work? Well, they often don't feel that this group understands them. But they also often don't actually understand this disliked political group, contrary to what they might think. This is evidenced by the fact that most people are unable to argue for the point of view of their disliked political group in such a way that people of the disliked political group would agree with.